Hello, here is a quick video on how to perform inventory transfers between warehouses when you need to resupply. So first, let's go to the inventory module, look at configuration, and check out what warehouses we have. We have San Francisco and Buffalo. San Francisco will handle most of the procurement, so buy and resupply, as you can see here. And then we look at Buffalo, and Buffalo will only ever resupply from San Francisco. So now standard inventory uh, processes still apply. So for example, let's go look at a product. We go to our favorite product, the acoustic block screen, and this is a storable product. We have uh, look at the inventory, how we get it, buy, etc. Now, in this case, this buy applies to San Francisco warehouse only. And however, Buffalo will resupply from San Francisco, so we need to specify this. Now, when it comes to resupplying inventory, the three questions you want to help ask yourself to understand what you need to configure are where to get it, how to get it, and when to get it. So for San Francisco, we get it by buying. How do we get it? We get this by buying more. When do we get it? Well, that's where reorder rules come into play. So we can create a reorder rule for San Francisco and say warehouse stock, when minimum is 15, we want to go up to 75. However, one thing to note is that you'll create a reordering rule per location if you want to. So while we're here, we can easily say, well, our warehouse 2, which is our Buffalo office, has a similar reorder rule where it goes from 10 and we go up to 25. Great. So we have two separate reorder rules, one for each different location. So this acoustic block screen has a rule that says, for San Francisco, how do we get it? We buy it. Where do we get it from? Wood Corner. And when do we get it? The reorder rule. Now, Buffalo gets it when and from where? Well, when is the reorder rule? Where is San Francisco, and how is also from San Francisco. So resupply. So we're good to go. So we can go take a look at our reporting, look at our inventory. Let's find that beautiful block. And we can see we have 16 on hand in the stock location, 0 available. Now let's go update this inventory real quickly. Make sure we have a little bit more than we need to. Update quantity. We'll create we create a new one, apply, great. So now we're up to 50 instead of 16. So just to verify how much we have on hand, block 34, great. So we have a reorder rule where if Buffalo gets below 10, it will go up to 25. So let's run that reorder rule very quickly, run scheduler. And so what's going to happen is because they're two different warehouses, they have two different operations. Let's look at group by warehouse, so we can easily see both warehouses will always have to have a receipt and delivery operation. Now, San Francisco, of course, has a bit more because they are doing pick, pack, and ship. But so let's see what happens. Again, Buffalo needs inventory from San Francisco. So what gets generated? Well, a delivery gets generated by San Francisco, but pick, pack, and ship process, let's take a look. What happens is, here it is. We have this um, operation here where stock is moving into packing zone, obviously. And let's look at the source document OP7. If we go look at our reorder rules very quickly, we'll see that OP7, in fact, if we go to Kanban view, OP7 is the acoustic block screen for the Buffalo location. So let's process this real quickly, move it to the next step. We're done here. We have next the pack operation, same operation from packing to output, same order, 25 units. Now, final step, delivery, 13 process. We just care about this one right here, COP7. Now, what happens is it's going from an output location into an inter-warehouse transit. Um, we have not developed teleportation technology as far as I am aware. So what happens is it gets pulled from stock and gets put into the inter-transit location. So let's validate. Done. We're shipping it. It's leaving our warehouse. It's on its way to warehouse 2. We can go to even reporting and take a look at this block, see where it is. Let's remove the internal location, and it's in our virtual location inter-warehouse transit. So now let's switch gears. We are the Buffalo team. we now have an automatic receipts process from the same Interwarehouse transit into our Buffalo stock, same source document. So all we have to do is validate, and this is how we can essentially generate delivery orders and incoming receipts based on inventory valuation or inventory demand. Now, one thing to note is that this is automated based on reorder rules or make to order should you turn it on. If you have to automate this uh, yourself, or sorry, do it manually instead of automate it, a good way to do it would be the replenishment screen. So essentially, we'll have a replenishment screen looking at everything. We can create a new one just for Warehouse 2, Buffalo stock for our block. Use the block screen, great, and we're saying okay, cool. We have a minimum quantity of 10 and we go to 25. However, we can choose to the combination of product and location is unique. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on there. We can look at that later. But essentially, the idea is you'll create one of these. Actually, it's probably because to reorder. We have it right here already. All we have to do is just change it if we want to. It's right here, sorry. So it's already unique, so we can make it manual or automated. We can turn that in with here. Trigger. If we want to make it manual, we essentially say, all right, well, how do we want to get it? Well, let's get it right now. And I just want to get more anyway, so let's just do 10 more. So if I were to trigger this right now and order once, what I would expect to see, assuming I did everything correctly, never make that assumption, one pick operation, one to process, there it is. Same process. So this is how you would easily automate or manually trigger a reorder rule from Warehouse 1 to Warehouse 2. Let me know if you have any questions. This is Richard, RSH at odoo.com.